Well, it's me again. This is week number 2 on the Big Phill takeover. And to be honest, I'm starting to like my position. But first and foremost, I'm going to give a shout out to my Pittsburgh Steelers. We pulled off another one today. The greatest football franchise in the history of sports. Don't care how you feel about it. It's just the truth. So check this out on today's episode of, I still haven't come up with a name for it. We're just going to keep calling it the Big Phill takeover. We're going to talk about something that I think is very important. Comic Cons. And I think that sometimes a lot of us don't really get a chance to experience the magic of a Comic Con. And it's important, I feel like, that we all get a chance to not only experience, but some of us actually have the ability to set up booths, sell books, and just, it's sort of a pilgrimage when you make it to one of these cons. And I'm not talking about a local con. I'm talking about the big boys. And there's nothing wrong with the local cons too. Let me get that out the way, because I feel like the local cons are very important, because unless you build with your particular community that you live in, but to make a trip to the New York Comic Con, San Diego Con, or some of the other upcoming cons that's coming, it's a sacrifice of your time and your money, and it just shows that you're serious about being a collector and just to be out there. And I'll be very honest, it's when you go like to the New York Con, it's sensory overload. There's just so much that's going on, these particular things that, when you watch the clips online, or you see pictures or hear people talk about it, I'm telling you, it doesn't do it any justice whatsoever. One of my good friends by the name of Otis, aka the Blaqlion, I've had a chance to actually link up with him at one of the New York Comic Con, not this particular year, and we'll talk about that later. But about a year ago, I linked up with him at the New York Comic Con. So I went to pick up a piece, and this brother actually had a table there. Being honest, Otis has had a table at the cons for the past couple of years, maybe 4 or 5 years. And to me, I think that is just super dope. It's even got to the point where his son even has a booth. If I'm correct, and if I'm saying this wrong, Otis will correct me. At one particular point, his son was just coming with him. And as a father, myself, to be able to have your son to kind of follow in your footsteps and to get his own booth, get his own table, to get his own table at a show is a big deal. And Otis even surprised me a couple of weeks ago. And y'all saw the clip. Last time I was on here, I showed a clip of me and Robert. But the other person in this particular clip is my man Otis. And we're going to run that clip again. And I want you're going to get a chance to see Otis in the flesh. And you're going to see my man Robert and Otis. And I'm going to set this clip up again. The thing about this particular clip was that I didn't even know Otis was coming. And we were shooting a scene for my documentary that I got coming out, The Collections in Black, Full in Film, which will be out in 2024, June 2024, God willing, along with an exhibit that I'm having. And we were shooting a scene. We were mic'd up. I had somebody told me last week that scene was fake. It looked like it was staged. I'm like, no, it's not staged, man. That's just how God works. We were in the parking lot. Me and Robert got mic'd up. Actually, my youngest daughter, Tristan, shout out to Tristan. Tristan was the one who mic'd us up. And we made our way to the parking lot, came through, and we were getting ready to go inside. And before we were getting ready to go inside, I realized that I had left a book that I had. I left my Method Man book that was done by Sanford Green. And I was going to have Method sign it, and I forgot it. And I was sitting there. I was tripping because I forgot the particular book. And then when we turn around the corner, I see my man Otis, and I 100% forgot all about that book. And right now, as we did last week, you're going to get ready to see a sneak peek of the film that's coming out in 2024. And this is an excerpt from that particular piece. This is when me and Rob just happened to luck up and bump into my man Otis, who made his way from Buffalo, New York to Pittsburgh to the Steel City Con. I left my Method Man book. Oh, that's gonna get signed by Meth. Wow.
I got 3 hip hops in the bag.
I might need to buy one off of you. I left. Yo, you go Otis.
What?
What?
What is going on?
Every record right up to hey, Miss O.
What's good?
This is unexpected.
Let's go, man. Let's go. Every record is perfect what we do, man.
How you doing?
What's up, boy?
What's going on?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up, O? How you doing, brother? Big O, how you doing, family? Can you hear me? And we're gonna play silent. Can you hear me, O?
Now I can. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, brother. How you doing, family?
I'm all right. How you doing?
Hey, you hear me? I'm doing real good right now. Steelers won. I see my man got on the dope Black Panther shirt. The Blaqlion. Can you tell us a little bit about that clip and how that came about? You meeting us in Pittsburgh?
We wanted to come up there, wanted to surprise. We were coming down the hill. We were initially going to park in that parking lot, but we ended up going up and around and parking across the street. And we were coming down the hill and around the corner, and then we came down the hill. And as we were coming down the hill, they were coming this way. I mean, it was like whoever your man's was who said that was fake. Like I was there. I experienced it. That was 100%
Right.
real deal. Like that was a beautiful, beautiful moment. Like you couldn't have scripted that. You know what I'm saying? That was crazy. That was meant to be. You know what I'm saying?
It
Stars
def-
aligned, all that.
and I'm gonna tell you, I think the one thing too that that people didn't see in that clip was, we had stopped and I tried to take the mic off. Remember, I was like, let me mic you up so you could be mic'd up or whatever.
Yep.
But then even in that particular process, the one thing I'll give to Brother Otis, that Otis is a super generous brother, man, very genuine cat. He opened up the bag and he was like, and I quote, you said, I come bearing gifts. And my man hooked me up with an MF Doom figure and a couple of books. And it was just, it was dope. It was just it was a good, genuine moment, and it's dope to be able to, to share this hobby with your friends, people that you call family. So
No doubt.
the reason why I really wanted you on this particular episode is because not because we homies, but just because I think you're one of the, one of the dopest individuals that I know. Can you tell people, and I'm gonna interrupt every once in a while because I'm trying to go somewhere with it. You know how I do. So, it's just
I hear
this
you.
is just like how it's just gonna be one of our regular conversations and people are gonna be privy
Exactly.
to it.
Exactly.
How did you first get into being a part of the New York Comic Con, and what was that overall process?
Okay. I might jump all over the place too, because
That's fine.
that's how I work. All right.
We jumping.
Well, right. Okay, so I started making these things called designer toys. They're like little statuesque type figures made out of resin, and people were doing like different characters, pop culture characters,
Right.
Dexter, and Walking Dead, Rick Grimes, things like that. So I really got into them, and one of the guys that I'm in this community with, this designer toy community, he had a booth or table at New York Comic Con, and he was like, "Hey, do you want to go half with me? And you can, jump in here." Now, this was my second time ever doing a con, and I'm like, "New York Comic Con, yes. How much I got to pay? Just let me know. I'll drop it, and we can do that."
Right.
Uh, I had to have a table. I was still new in the game, so like I didn't have like a whole lot of inventory. I had like 5 or 6 figures and a couple of my paintings, some original art, and I bought like some clay and stuff to sculpt with while I was there. And I'm there. I start sculpting. People start coming by the table, um, just sitting there watching me work, talking to me, asking my advice on things. Um, the year went beautiful. I didn't make any money at all, but I didn't care. I
Right.
was on the other side of that table. You know what I'm saying? Like, people thrive and want to go to these Comic Cons, especially the big joys. No disrespect to any of the other ones, especially the
Right.
big dogs. Um, I was one of those people. I am now one of those people that is part of that beautiful thing, which is a Comic Con. So it's just it's awesome. It's awesome. But sorry. But the following year, my man couldn't work it out. So he was like, "Hey, I can't do it this year. If you want the table, you can have it, but you got to pay the whole fund and everything." So I said, "Yeah, sure, I'll do it." I get that. I got cool with Benny Klein. He's the owner of Tenacious Toys, and he's in charge of like the whole Tenacious Island. It's Tenacious Toy Collective,
Okay.
and and every year we um, build next to each other, and we have like a whole block which is ours, and it's dope. It's like a little family, man. It's
Right.
beautiful. But yeah, that's my story. I love doing Comic Cons. They're great.
And so what year was this, Brother O?
Mm, um,
Well,
I
better yet,
want to say
how many years have you been doing the con?
5.
5.
I've been
So
doing
you've been
5.
that's
Yes,
dope.
5.
So you've had a table for 5 years, regardless of whether it was a shared table or your own table.
Yeah. Shared table was the very first year. After that,
Okay.
then it was just me until my son hopped on, and then it was the two of us, and then he got his own spot. So that's pretty dope too. You know what I'm saying? Got to pass something like that along. So that was cool too.
So I think it's dope, and I think it's important that our audience understands that these opportunities are available to you to do these type of things. You just have to take the initiative and jump on it. And it does. Sometimes it takes a little bit of luck. Sometimes knowing certain individuals, because the way that these particular things pop up. But it's not an impossible task. But you are going to have to work with it. Um, can you talk about the first time you brought your son with you to the con to work, like the first time he worked with you at the con?
Yeah, he started sculpting. Like I've been sculpting for 7 years, about 7 years. And
Okay.
my son started about, I'll say 3 years ago, maybe three or
Okay.
4 years ago. Um, Seriously. And he would like show me some of the stuff that he did, and then he just stopped. And
Mm.
I didn't see anything. And he just one day was like, "Hey, New York Comic Con is coming up. Do you mind if I uh come to the table and chill?" And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, there's more than enough room. You come through, you know what I'm saying? You can
Right.
wait online, you can do the errands, run and get the food and wait in the Comic Con lines. We worked it out. He wanted to get some exclusives.
Right.
And while he was there, he was watching, and he was watching me and watching me work. Like I got some pictures my wife took of just me talking to this couple, and she like captured this moment of my son looking at me talking to these people, and you could
Mm.
see it in his face. Like I'm getting emotional even talking about it. Like you could see it in his face
Right.
that like I was cool, and I got to see me being cool to my kid. You know what I'm saying? And that was dope. Um, and then the next year he was like, "Hey, do you mind if I bring something to sculpt?" I'm like, "Nah, man, let's do it." Father and son
Right.
sculpting at a table, man. I'm
Right.
talking that's
Right.
dream level, for real, dream level.
So, was that the year that I saw? Was that last year when he came, or was he?
Yes,
That was
yes.
last year. Okay. So
Last year was the year that he bought his stuff.
so just to give people just a quick rundown, because somebody was asking, we were talking about brother Otis's experience at the cons and the fact that he has had a table for multiple years, and he is I'm gonna call him a master sculptor in this
Appreciate it.
business. So I unfortunately was not able to make New York Comic Con this past time, and will tell you I was sick about it.
Yeah.
I tried my best, it just wasn't in the cards, and it wasn't from lack of trying. And me and O were talking like we usually do, and he showed me this piece. He showed me this Black Lion statue. Otis's nickname is the Black Lion with a Q, with a Q, black. That's like French. That's Creole. That's Creole. Black. Like, but the thing about it was I literally we had me and Otis, we have we always have our particular conversations, and I'm be honest, y'all, I'm not saying I damn near begged Otis to sell me that piece. Real talk. I did. I said, man, this was incredible. And it's for me, I feel like I got some of the dopest friends and family. I know some of the most talented people in the world. And I think that sometimes we don't, I think it's important to recognize that, but then it's also like when there's certain times you look at certain things, you'll be like, oh yeah, that's dope. But then there's certain times you look at things, you're like, ooh, this is mean. Like when I seen that, I said, ooh, this is crazy. And Otis does crazy stuff. I just, for whatever reason, I wasn't expecting to see that at that particular point in time. And I think it was just, I mean, I was already, it was going to be an emotional impulse buy. You know what I mean? It's going to be like an emotional impulse buy. I was already
Mm.
tripping. I seen it. And it just, I'll be very honest, Otis. I think it's dope that you're at the con. And, like I've said it before, I've always felt like when I see you do these type of things and I see, you get your props, For me, I sit back and I feel like I'm getting I feel like I'm nearest part of the process. Like when I saw you at the table, I was so hyped when I saw you at the table last year. You know what I mean? And you know, I get excited, man. People who don't know me personally, I get hyped. I start pushing people. I start hitting people. That's just, you know, that's just how it is. But if we could show that statue one more time, that thing is amazing. That sculpture. Can you tell us a little bit about that piece? Because I keep saying statue sculpture. I don't mean to be disrespectful if I'm saying the wrong terminology.
No.
All right.
It's because it's named many things. It's a designer toy. It's a
Right.
it's a sculpture, a figurine,
Okay.
you know, statuesque. You know,
Right.
there's really no name for it. So,
Okay.
but it's this is the prototype to something that is near and dear to me. It's the Blaqlion, is
Right.
what my nickname is, and it's going to be my figure. It's
Okay.
gonna have the
Nice.
wingspan and everything. It's gonna be smaller than this, but this right here is the prototype, which is the reason why I wouldn't sell it to Phill because it took me 3.5 years to
Right.
make this the way I wanted to make it,
Correct.
and it's very near and dear to me. And from this is going to come my toy line that I've been
Okay.
wanting to do.
Talk
So
about
this
it.
is the first piece.
Yes,
So
sir.
this piece can't leave me. And I'm not going to sell it to you for $36, like you said. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sell it to you because it means something to me. And I understood. We went back and forth. It was crazy. We had
We
a crazy
did.
conversation
We
about this.
did.
We went back and forth.
For sure.
He's telling
For
me I
sure.
should sell it. That's why I made it to sell it, not to keep it. But certain pieces are sentimental to me, and no amount of money is worth what I have when I have it in my hand. Like I
For
made
sure.
that.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? I made that. So, you know, it's my baby.
And I need for people to understand, you know, oh, this is one of them cats, man. We can have a conversation, we could disagree, we can whatever. I'm still gonna get a brother a call the next day, man, and we'll start talking about some other issues, and you know, we'll just keep it moving. That's just, you know, that's grown folk stuff right there. But man, I hope you didn't drop that black line, cuz.
No, I did not. It was my thermos. My thermos. It was my thermos. My bad. My bad. Professor Wizard could edit that out.
Well, let me ask you this too. So do you get a chance? Because we're going to talk about the cons as well, and it's just the fact that you know you're an expert in your own lane because you know, like I said, you're not just an active participant; you're part of the con experience.
Mhm.
And my whole thing is, do you get a chance? I know the answer, but you know, do do you get a chance, brother Otis, to walk around and see some of the other things of the con?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. It's tough though. It's tough if you want to stay at your table, you know, because
Right,
you want to be present. You want to be
right,
present there. You want people to interact with you, remember you from the year before, buy
right,
stuff from you, things like that.
right,
You don't want them to come by and there's an empty table.
for sure.
But
That's the
but
business. That's the
yes,
business.
that's the business. That's the business. But I am privileged enough to be able to, you know, tell my partner or have my son sit there and say, hey, sit here for a little while. Let me go check things out because I need to see a few artists because
Right,
I need inspiration too. New
right.
York Comic Con is the spot. And you said sensory overload. You are absolutely right. And it's
Crazy.
in a good way.
Right,
My first year of going to New York Comic Con, I I went to sleep as soon as we got in the car. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I had
right,
to put the seat back because I was that blown away because of everything that was around. You know what I'm saying? Everything that was around us. So you know, being at the con is great. So I try to sneak out, you know, and see people, get some inspiration, cosplay, visit some artists and things like that. So I try to get out there. I definitely
right.
do.
So I know when I went, so here's a little story about when I went for the first time. So the first time I went, actually the only time I went, I was supposed to go on a Thursday or Friday, and I wind up only going on Sunday. Reason being is because I wound up getting booked on Friday and I got double booked on Saturday. And I made, for those who don't know, I DJ and I made so much money that weekend. I'm like, oh, I'm taking this money down to the car and I'm gonna go crazy. And that's when I went and I bought that original Black Panther piece with the Buffalo Soldier. But I had actually been paid on that piece. So, but it was just I wanted to go down there and get some other things as well. I wasn't ready. And I'm a person that I pride myself on being prepped. For those who have never been there before, when you get there, the excitement there is crazy. And I bought my tickets from like a third party, so I had to meet some guy like in a black jacket to pick up my tickets. It was crazy. Like I was like, man, I think I just got jacked for these tickets. But I wound up getting my tickets, and I got the bomb tickets. Right, I didn't have to wait in line. I was able just to go right on in, and then we came back, and I'd actually booked my hotel for the wrong day. It's crazy. I had to get a whole nother room. But as soon as you get in line, you're feeling the energy. I skipped through. As soon as I walked in, and you're seeing like these giant anime statues. You walking past, you're seeing every book you've ever wanted in your life. You're seeing different individuals that you know that you know online from their YouTube shows and whatever. And you'll be surprised who knows you from different pieces. There was people that were talking to me or whatever, but it was just I didn't know what to do first. I didn't know what to do first, and I think that was the thing. So the first half hour, I just didn't. Do I go left? Do I go right? Do I go downstairs? Do I go upstairs? Do I? I'm just sitting there like I'm like, okay, so I got to get my artwork. So I knew I had to do that. So the first thing, let's handle business because I already done paid for it. Let me go get my work. He wasn't there. Came back up. CGC's over here. Let you put your books in. CBCS is over here. I'm like, okay. Me and you remember we went around getting books signed. But it was just when I came back upstairs to the floor with the books, it's just because I'm a comic head. I like books, but I also know that when I go to New York Comic Con, I'm going there to spend money. I'm not if I don't have it and I can still go, I have no issue with window shopping, but something like that, I didn't necessarily want to buy something that I could just buy at home. You know what I mean? And I'll say the one thing too about the cons is that I do at all the cons, I can sometimes spend more on a book than what I would online or whatever, but it's just the fact that it's part of the experience. I remember one time you were telling me when you go to a con that you like to just drop money, you like to just spend that bread right then and there. Can you tell us about that particular experience? Because I think I did that on accident, but go ahead.
My thing is like me and my wife, we talk about it, and like when you go in there, you see so much, and you want to go in that direction, and you go, oh look, Afro samurai swords, and like, oh wow, dragons, you know what I'm saying? Oh, Black Panther statues, man, you keep going left and right, and it gets overwhelming because you don't know what to get. So what we came up with for me was I spend 200 as soon as I walk in the door. Like when I walk in the door and I start walking and I see something that looks dope, I immediately buy it. And I have a $200 limit. So it doesn't necessarily have to be $200, but I have a $200 limit. It's better
for the first thing.
Right. Okay. And it's better to spend the whole 200 because you're gonna get something that's dope. You're gonna get something that you can only get there, and that's the other thing. I like an exclusive, and you get something that you can only get there. And then once you spend that first 200, then it kind of eases your mind about that if you want something, you're gonna have to spend some money, and now you're not freaking out about buying something because you have something to hold. And even if you don't buy nothing else for the rest of the day, you still got that $200 piece that you got. You know what I'm saying? So that's my mindset when I do it.
So it's when I first got in there, I made a very big mistake. So there was and also you could get lost in the con. I'm gonna tell you something. If on your first time, if you don't know because some of there's numbers, right? Aren't there numbers like in certain booths? Like
Yeah, yeah.
you're at 34, 35, or whatever. But I think that's only like in certain sections don't have that. I could be wrong.
No, no, you're
But
right.
okay, so I'll get back to that story. So I first get in there and I see somebody has some Golden Age books up there, right? And I got excited because I saw a Zoot comics and it was a Matt Baker book with Ruler, right? So I see the book. I don't know. I was being a weirdo for whatever reason. So I see the book and he pulls it down and he was only charged. It was very inexpensive. It was like, I'll say it's like 200. And I said, well, why is this only two? And he was like, because there was a clip, somebody clipped something out or whatever. So I said, all right, I'm gonna come back. I said, I'm gonna think about it. Meanwhile, this is a book that I really want, right? I never came back. I never came back. I could never find the space. I could never whatever. I did eventually buy the book for a lot more when I got back home. This is the book that I'm talking about. This is the book that I accidentally passed on. It's a Matt Baker joint. But here, this book right here, I passed on it because it had a piece cut out. But with Golden Age books, sometimes that happens. I'm sick though, because I wish I would have got it because I would have had two. But that was me walking into the con and not knowing what to do. Did you pick up anything crazy at this particular con? Did you spend any bread this particular time, or were you just working?
Yeah, I got a couple things, and I made sure that that over the years, this is something for people who want to go to cons, and just some friendly advice. Your first couple of years, you'll probably grab everything that you want, everything that you see, every
Mm,
pinup, every print, every little action figure, signed comics, and stickers, and swag, and bags and stuff, because you get a lot of free stuff. But I have like 7 bags full of stuff from years,
right,
big, like them big bags
right,
full
right,
from the years in a closet. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure once I go through them, I probably have some dope stuff just hidden. Like, is it some hidden treasures? But
right.
over the years, what I've done is I've taken a lot less pictures, and I go quality over quantity when it
Mhm.
comes to what I buy. The lot less pictures is, you want to capture moments, but you also want to live them. So that's another thing that I want people to know. Like, when you go to Comic Cons, you're constantly taking pictures. You do that, definitely do that, so you can capture some moments, but make sure that you live a lot, because a lot of things happen that I didn't capture on camera, but they stay here. Do you know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, yeah, that's you know, yeah, that's it.
So
That's it.
it's crazy because I think me and O have like two
Can't hear you.
separate collecting. Can you hear me now, brother O?
Say something.
1 2 1 2. Oh, you can't hear me, brother. Well, let me say this. I think everybody else can still hear me out there. I know, like with me and O, we have probably like two separate particular styles. Give me one moment there. Well, we could go to one of the trailers real quick.
Can
We
you
have a
hear
little
me,
bit of
Phil?
technical. I can hear you, brother, loud and clear.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, now I can hear you.
All right. All right. We back. And we back just like that, people. Magic. But
Okay.
anyway, so for me, I don't do the exclusives at the cons. I no, let me stop lying. I did get an exclusive from Nerdy Girl. But that's my home girl. I got something from her. So I don't usually do the exclusives. So like when I go, I pretty much will sit back and say, I'm looking for this, and this, and then I look for certain things in that particular vein. Um, But I feel like with me, I spend so much time looking, and it's so vast that you can you can miss you can sometimes pass up what you were looking for. Um, and so one of my favorite artists is Assad Ribic. And I remember when I went 2 years ago, he wasn't in Artist Alley, he was with the other comics. And I remember when I ran into him and I saw him drawing a piece, and I had just bought some then I just bought 2 pages from
Yeah,
Secret
Buffalo
Wars.
Soldier.
I just no, but I'm talking about the Secret Wars pages. Remember, I bought the Secret Wars pages
Oh,
also too.
yes, yeah, yes.
So I just bought those Secret Wars pages. And to see him draw something live was just incredible. But what I did then at that particular point, that was a moment for me to stop and say, okay, CZC's downstairs. Let me get his signature real quick. And for those who don't know, at the cons, you could, if you get something signed by an artist, a CGC representative has to actually like walk with you to where the artist table is, and witness him signing it, and whatever you send it off. So that's a whole nother process within itself. But also I know Otis says, yes, sir. What you about to say, brother Line?
You asked me, did I pick up anything cool this year?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
it just came to me. It came. I started talking about something else. I
Go ahead, show up.
apologize.
Which no, ain't nothing to apologize, brother. We just
I
talking.
apologize. It just honestly, it just hit me. It just hit me. But I apologize for interrupting what you were saying. Finish
No,
what you
that's
were
okay.
saying.
No, show me what you got. This is important. Because I didn't go this year, so I'm sick about it. What you got for me?
Okay. All right. Well, we'll just do it real quick. Real quick.
Jump it. Let's get into
Um.
it.
First.
Do you? Hey, let people know something. You got to put the black gloves on. For those who don't know, that's right.
Black gloves on.
All day,
All day.
all day.
All right. First.
Hey,
Brother Phill.
Let me interrupt you for 1 second. For those who do not know the importance of the black gloves, Otis, I know people have saw me on this particular show before, and they talked about it was a black glove moment. I have to give respect to Otis because Otis is the one who I patterned the black glove situation off of. I got that from Otis because I had on some, I was even, it's a whole artwork argument that me and his brother gets into every other week. But I remember I was putting on the regular blue gloves or some white gloves or whatever. Then Otis said something about, nah, man, you talking about you gotta rock the black gloves. And then from then on out, anytime I touch original artwork or unbox something, just in case, you gotta bring the black gloves out. So I have a web series called Black Glove Moments, but I gotta give props to Otis because Otis is the one who first got me down with making it a habit to rock black gloves. Go ahead, my brother. I just want to give you your props.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right. Brother Phill hit me up and he asked me to get him something. And unfortunately, I wasn't able
I'm about to
to get
leave.
him.
I'm about
No,
to
no, no, no.
leave.
Listen, wait, no, no, no. Wait a minute. Wait. Just wait. Wait. Just wait. Just wait. Just wait. Just wait. Okay. So he asked me to get him something, and unfortunately I wasn't able to get it for him.
For
But
sure.
but can I show them what I did get you?
For sure. For sure.
Okay. All right. But in the Tenacious Collective, in the block of creators that we are, on the corner, my brother Steve. Steve is Concrete Jungle. You may have seen his statues that he makes. He has one of Biggie. He has one of Ghostface Killer. He has one of Raekwon the Chef.
Yes, sir.
He just showed his one for Outkast that he just did. He has one for Redman and Method Man. He just did his one for Outkast today. At the show.
And your
And
booth is next to his too, right? Your table was
my
next is next to his.
yeah. This year was his was 2 booths down, but normally it's right next to him.
Okay.
Steve's my man, great dude, awesome cat. took me kind of under his wing, took my son under his wing,
Right.
showing him what to do, ZBrush, you know, just keeping it creative. So anyway, Sanford Green, the artist Sanford Green, was signing at Steve's table booth
Right.
that he had. So he had the artwork, the box work for
Whew.
the Rakim statue. So I got Phill one of these with Sanford Green's signature at the bottom.
That's what I'm talking about. This is why we friends. This is why we friends.
All right. Okay.
But
So that is my man.
I appreciate you putting on some gloves so your little raggedy hands don't tear up
No
the
doubt.
paper.
No doubt, no doubt. Okay.
I'm
And
talking
listen,
about.
there's a reason why Phil's talking like this. There's a reason why he's talking reckless like this. Even after I showed you, I'm gonna show y'all again. Even after I show you what I got for him, there's a reason why he's talking reckless. Oh, and before I get to that, I got a second one, but this one was handed to me by Mike Del Mundo himself. He said, "Here
One
you
of
go."
my favorites.
He's my man. Mike Del Mundo is one of
Talk your
the
shit,
dopest. Mike Del Mundo is one of the dopest people. Forget artists.
Yes, sir.
People that
Yes,
I
sir.
know. Seriously. You know what I'm saying? He was over there. He was talking to Sanford. Him and Sanford did a collaboration with this. This was given to me directly from him.
That's right.
So that's that. So
two of my favorites.
Yeah, definitely. Sanford Green, great conversation. Like, I mean, he's dope, man. He's dope. Okay, so now we got something special. We have something special. And the reason why I wanted to knock this out early, so we can talk about some other stuff and get Phil's hate out of the way. Phill asked me to get him a piece, and I was going to, but situations happen,
For sure.
and I was only allowed to get one.
I'm not mad
So
at you.
Phill understands. Phil understands. He does.
For sure.
He understands. He understands. I was only allowed to get one. So what I'm going to do is, I have it right here, and I haven't even opened it yet.
My chest about to hurt. My chest about to hurt. Hey, y'all, listen. So listen,
Okay.
Otis, can I say something real quick? I need you to say. Let me say
it's
it.
going out? Is it going out?
No. I need, Otis is the man. Can you hear us, O? You good, O?
Yes, I hear you now. I hear you now.
So let me tell you something. I hear Otis up. I say, hey, yo, Otis. I love Otis. Otis is like a brother to me, man. That's my little brother. That's my little badass nephew. I said, hey, yo, oh, man, I need you to go grab this piece of armor, see what I could do. Oh, hit me back. Hey, yo, cuz. Guess what? But I ain't mad at you, though. Go and tell the story. Go and tell the story.
Okay. So, seriously, I would have gotten two. If I could, but I couldn't. My man made sure that I got mine. Okay, so
sure.
So I haven't even opened this yet, but I figured I'd do it here.
All right.
So, all right.
I'm tired of this nigga. Let's go, O.
Okay. Here we go.
Y'all getting an exclusive. Y'all getting an exclusive.
Yeah, you get this.
Now.
This is exclusive.
Y'all getting an exclusive.
Definitely exclusive. 1 in 100.
Say that again.
1 in 100. 1 in 100. All right. And they was only selling a few a day. 1 in 100. Signed by Sanford Green himself. I gotta be careful with this.
Yeah, I bet. Man,
Tiger style.
I'm hating right now. You should see the hate coming off of my heart.
Hold on now. Hold on. Wait.
Insane. Tell them what that is, though, because they don't even know what that is. Tell
This is all right. The Wu-Tang concerts. That's Sanford Green, number 52 out of 100. Not bad.
I'll be 52. I'll be 52 this year, cuz.
Oh, All right,
God,
all right.
God,
That's
God
nice.
telling you something. Jesus telling you something.
Yeah. He told me to get you this Rakim the God print. so, but yeah. So the New York State of Mind tour, I believe, is Wu-Tang and Nas. Each city that they go to, they have these cards and posters that go with it. And each city is different. That particular one, I think it was I want to say Detroit, maybe, and they made an exclusive version of this with the red foil just for. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Okay, all right. So they made it exclusive for New York Comic Con. I also got this. They had these over there too. Cards, red foil cards, 1 in 50. I got this one straight from Sanford Green, and he asked me that he asked me that I want it signed, and I told him not, just leave it the way it is. So this is 1 in 50, number 22. So I got the set of that card, and I'll show you this poster one more time before I wrap it up. In this poster, and what I went through to get this poster, like I usually have one thing at New York Comic Con that I want to get, one exclusive, and I'm happy with it, and this was it.
Right.
This was it right here. So now y'all understand why Phill hating so much. You understand it. You know, you get it. You get it. And
look at that.
And yep. That's it right there. That's it right there. The man himself. Dope brother. Great conversation.
Tell people who that is for those who do not know.
That is the one and only Sanford Green. Artist for Bitter Root. Many other things. Sanford Green, Black Panther covers. Right. Sanford Green is that guy.
You know what's funny too? It's a Sanford Green book that in that clip that we showed it was a Sanford Green book that I had forgot, the Method Man book.
The Method Man one, yep.
The Method Man book was a Sanford Green book also, by the way, you know, and you know, we're not gonna talk about when Method Man came to Pittsburgh and we didn't get a chance to link up, but Robert did. But that's a whole nother story. But go on, my brother, go
on. But yeah, that poster was like, and I collect prints, but like this right here, I had to have this. This is absolutely beautiful. For sure. Once I get it out and I'm gonna get this framed, I'll post better pictures of it. But this thing is absolutely beautiful. If I hadn't gotten anything else from the con and just got that, I would have been perfectly satisfied.
Here we go.
Perfectly satisfied. Straight up.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, man, about that piece.
What's up?
See, this is why me and Otis is close, because I could throw Otis an alley-oop, but he went on ahead and he just dunked it. He didn't dunk the ball. He ain't like splow me up afterward. It was like, man, that's a good oop. He was like, man, guess what? I just got these 2 points and a foul. And I got taken out the game. But for real, when I seen that he got it, though, I was so hyped for you, man. Regardless, you get one or two, it didn't matter, man. The fact there was only 100 in the world and that you got one is dope to me. The main, and one more time, also, we're talking about dope artists. That shirt that Otis got on right now was done by our big homie Jay. Didn't Jay print that shirt out for you? Big Jay.
Yes, yeah. I figured we was gonna do a whole commercial for that, brother.
Now we'll circle around into that, because since we're talking about the con and the fact that I missed this particular con, I was actually on my way to the con because he threw me an alley-oop for a big book that I'm not gonna talk about now. It's a big one. And I'll just say this: it's a book that Jay don't share with nobody. So those who know,
bruh, like a dungeon dragon.
Man, listen, and this is a book that's gonna cost you some money. This book, and so he threw me an alley oop on it, and I was going to link up with this brother up there, and we didn't get a chance to do it. So that's the only reason why I segued into that. But we'll go back. What else did you wind up getting at the car in Big O? And I know that's the big joint right there.
Well, I have another one too. Another one that I saw. I'll show you. Like, all right, I showed you the Wu-Tang card.
That car is crazy.
All right, so they had others there as well. There were two Biggie ones,
Mhm.
an Outcast and a DMX. So I got the Outcast
Nice.
joint, and I didn't get the print. They had the same deal with the print. There was only 100 of them. That one was done by Damian Scott.
Nice.
So Sanford Green did the Wu-Tang one. Damian Scott did this one. He's an awesome artist as well. And this one right here, it's my man DMX.
Nice.
All right, Ryan Benjamin.
Okay.
This piece right here, I bought the card. Here's a quick story. I bought the card because DMX is like my top two. Yeah, beautiful. I'm thank you for putting that up. DMX is him and Redman are tied for my top two. And X, when I saw that piece, I was like, wow, that's beautiful. It's a big print, just like the Wu-Tang one. And I was like, that's beautiful. I said, let me just get this card for right now. I got to get back to the table. So I get the card and I get home or back to the hotel and I'm looking at it, I'm staring at it. I'm like, wow, this is really dope. This is really dope. When I first looked at it, all I saw was the pit bull in the front. And I saw like the images in the background. So I assumed that they were just a bunch of pit bulls. I didn't realize there was a snake, a cat, a rat, and a dog.
And a dog.
And at the bottom it says, how you gonna see him if you're living in the fog? I was like, I went to that table as soon as I got there the very next day and got the 1 in 100 print of that and the card. This piece is just, it's beautiful because it spoke to me.
Right.
It absolutely spoke to me. So yeah. So those are the other things that I got. I got something else.
And too, since and I should have brought this up when you were talking about the Wu-Tang piece. You know, this is the second year of that one particular concert that they had, the Wu-Tang Nas, the New York joint.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that we would be remiss if we didn't say, you know, the first time me and you linked up was at Wu-Tang concert
That's right.
in Ohio. And I need people to understand too, you know, when you're passionate about what you like and what you love, you're going to travel, you're going to spend the bread, you're going to do what you got to do to make sure that you get there. I've linked up with Otis 3 times and it's been in 3 different cities each time. And you know, the first time we met was at the met personally was at the Wu-Tang show, the Wu-Tang Nas show. And it's just crazy how things come in full circle. And you know, the fact that, you know, Sanford Green in the mix with doing the artwork. And then even when you came to Pittsburgh, you know, I don't know, we kind of got this Wu-Tang connection because Meth was here and I had lost the Sanford Green book. And then I didn't bring the book with me. And that's what that one clip was. And then when you went to the New York con, the only thing that I asked you to get was that print. But I got that too. Hey, listen, and I'm gonna tell you what too. That is a very thoughtful piece that you gave me because of my sort of relationship that I have with Rakim. Like a lot of people don't know, I've spun for Rakim before in Pittsburgh. I've been on a bunch of different events with him, et cetera, et cetera. So that's, you know, and I'm not Rakim's DJ or nothing like that. I don't want nobody thinking nothing like that. But you don't be remiss if you could Google and find pictures of me and him at events together or me actually DJing while he's rhyming. So to me, that was a very thoughtful gift because you know how I am about my hip hop. And I had him sign my the one hip hop cover that he has. He signed that for me. And I appreciate that. So I don't want you to think that I don't. Like I really do appreciate that. That was really a good look, my brother.
Yeah, no doubt,
You know?
no doubt. And two other things, two quick things. One, to you know, go back with what Big Phill is saying about us linking up in 3 different cities. That is something that we have recently started to talk about in these spaces about us actually meeting people that we converse with and talk to every day and share knowledge and comic books and stuff. So when you meet up with somebody from the Black Comic Lords, from Blurred Core, from Rico's group, like when you meet up with them, it's an awesome thing because it's something that it just doesn't happen too
Right.
often. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's really really great. And to go off of that, this right here, where is it? Where is it?
And I ain't trying to link with everybody because some of these dudes is weirdos. But
Yeah, and we
you
stop,
know,
stop. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about that right now. Okay, all right. Okay, so this right here, special shout out to my man, and this is what I call him, my man, Mr. John Cotton. Mr. John Cotton, my man, came by my table. He had linked up with Jay privately to talk about getting a T-shirt that he wanted of mine. He wanted to buy it because he was going to be at New York Comic Con. He comes to my table. Like, I know him from here.
right.
We like each other's stuff. We comment, things like that. I believe there's a picture. It's I did send it. Actually, you put it up a little while ago. He has the red shirt on, which also was made by Jay. But he comes to me and he says, "Here, I got something for you." And he gives me this. He said, "I got this for you just in case because I know." That's the picture right there. That's the picture right there. He said, "I got this for you because just in case you're too busy to
Mm,
make it down to Artist Alley.
mm.
So I got this for you. Philadelphia, the New York Comic Con exclusive, which does not come out until November 15th, number 31, with Spawn, signed by none other than Rodney Barnes."
That's
Now
the issue with
that's
Blaqlion, right? That's the new one. That's not coming out for like a whole month, right?
not home exactly. New York Comic
Crazy.
Con version. Okay. So that's what I'm talking about. Like this is what I love about us. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right,
This
right,
brother came, purchased a T-shirt from me, bought me gifts.
right,
We kicked it. That's what this is about.
right,
That's what this is all about.
right,
All the little bickering and things that we do behind the scenes. This is what all of this is supposed to be
right,
about.
right.
Okay, so this right here, this and that Wu-Tang poster are the two dopest things that I received at New York Comic Con this year. Shout out my man John Cotton.
Hey, and you know what? I'm gonna tell you this too. It's when I look at our particular space, our particular group, just this comic group in general. I'm not even going to limit it to that because um like I've said before, when I had a fire years ago and I lost everything, one of the first people to look out for me was the comic community at large. Not just the Black comic community, even though that's what we're talking about right now. The comic community at large just got me right. I mean, one day in the mail, I just got a box of keys. They were like minor keys, but they were keys. And it just came from people who, see my post online or whatever. And I want to say John Garner or D'Angelo Long, one of them brothers had kind of put that together, and that was dope. But the one thing I'll say though about our community is that I've met some good cats. I've traded books with individuals. I have people throw me alley oops. We have our own little private situation where, as if I know there's a book up and I know, say, the big homie Mike Carson or Rico or somebody wants it, or Deron or whatever, I won't bid on it, and vice versa. Like a lot of times we know what everybody's looking for in our crews. You know what I'm saying? And I think like that's a big deal because I don't think everybody does that like that. And of course, there's just certain pieces that you want for yourself, so it's every man for himself. But the one thing I will say about our space is that it's real dope that we do throw a lot of alley oops. And me, if I do say so myself, I feel like I'm a very generous individual. Matter of fact, I'm trying to give away some big books at some particular point on one of my streams. Maybe next week I'll give away a big book. I'll give away a 9-8 something. Because I got enough to go around. I'll give away something, but it depends on if we get a certain amount of people in the stream watching, I'll give away a book. And I ain't giving away no bullish either. Like I'm giving away stuff for free without having anything. So just watch the Black Comic Lords site space in the next week or in the next couple of days, and I'm gonna give y'all some guidelines what we're going to do, and help me give away something, or else I just keep it all to myself.
Can we give Jay some props here?
Oh yeah,
Brother Jay. Oh yeah,
let's
beautiful. Oh, perfect timing. Go ahead.
and so brother Jay is a cat who, and let me say this too, full transparency. I love Jay to death, but me and Jay, we get into it. We get into it about a particular book because he's covered in these books, and the Bible tells you not to covet things. And we're gonna leave it at that. But he's thrown me an alley oop, so I had to, I can't be on him at this particular point about that. But the one thing with Jay, he does a lot of dope printing and things of that nature, and I know he's done a lot of your shirts.
Yes.
And he's also in the process of doing some merch for me. I do a lot of really dope events in Pittsburgh and surrounding areas, and he's hooking me up with some bears, some towels. Pittsburgh, we started this towel shit. The terrible towel, baby. This is what we do. So I'm gonna have my own towels, and I got a big birthday celebration coming up on the 4th. Come in town, man. Show y'all a good time. But if you need to get right, shirts, whatever, he's gonna hook you up. Oh, there go my man Farouk is in the building. What's up, man? That's the super villain right there from One Hood. That is my partner right there. Let me tell you something about Farouk. This dude is a living action figure, yo. Like, this dude is ridiculous. Like, if they said human action figure in dictionary, it would be a picture of Farouk. This dude breaks bricks. He'll bust through the wall like the Kool-Aid man, but he's a real cool brother. Like, on just keeping it honest, man. He's a real cool cat, man. Like, when we go to all the Marvel movies, he always rolls with me, and he's a serious activist. Serious business. It's not a game, man. He's really out here in these streets. You got a lot of these social media activists, but they're not really doing nothing. Man, you look my man up, and you're gonna see him. He's everywhere. Follow him online. They got a TV show. They got a website, web series. Farouk's no joke. And I can say this with love. Me and Farouk's been on the front lines when it comes to this activism business, but we talking about comic books right now. And I love you too, my light-skinned brother, man. That's one of the most militant light-skinned brothers you ever meet in your life. Ever. Don't let these light-skinned brothers fool you. Love you, brother. What was you about to say, Otis? I go off, man. I can't.
No.
I can't help.
I
Oh, Farouk can rhyme too. He can rhyme. The boy nice. He said all facts. He already know. This is real business.
Good stuff.
My man, get with you.
Yeah. Stuff is Jay is the man. Jay is for those of you who don't know, Jay Napoleon Winston is one of the founding fathers of what we're doing right now. Him, Herschel, Brother Richard, Rico, Duran Flood, like
Benjamin
those are still, I'm telling you, those are pillars of our community. And there's so many others, and I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just saying. But we're talking about Brother Jay. Jay and Herschel are like the nucleus, whatever you want to call it, to all of this. And I made a post about him before, and because some people are new and they don't know about the roots of all of this.
Right.
And you know, some of us have been around since the beginning. I jumped on a little bit after the beginning.
Right.
But you know, like some of us have been here from the beginning of this. And Brother Jay connects people in a way that I've never experienced before. He will pull people from different walks of life, different places on earth, and pull them together to do something. And it's so weird because in a real world, I guess, none of us would have even come across each other if it wasn't for him. Do you know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
the friendship that me and Phill have, you know what I'm saying? We got that through this. The friendship that me and my man John Cotton have, we got that through this. You know what I'm saying? I know there are other brotherhood and friendships that were made through this. And we got to thank Jay for that.
We getting sentimental, y'all. We getting, look at this
Just
black
keeping
man.
it a buck.
Sentimental. Let's
Just keeping
go.
it a buck. Okay, just keeping
Let's
it a
go.
buck.
Talk that shit.
This dude is I call him Hustle Man from Martin. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, what's
Fifth
happening,
flow.
Chief? That is who because Jay hustling teddy bears.
Oh, he get it. He get
He
it.
got t-shirts. He got, you know what I'm saying? He got his regular job. Like, he moves and he connects people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he got projects going on the side. And he
Right.
hoards Evans. You know what I'm
Man.
saying? So it's like that's Jay. And we love him for that. And because of Jay, we have this. And that dude, his quality of shirts, and I'm not just saying this because of how sentimental I am and how he's my brother. Like, this is good quality. He's done numerous t-shirts for me. That one right there, that Brother Voodoo, if he tells you the story about he started making shirts because he couldn't find a Brother Voodoo t-shirt. And then years later, he's making one for me to sell at New York Comic Con.
Crazy.
Do you know what I'm saying? This is not by accident. And there you go. Thank you. I appreciate that. Now, this brother right here came up to my table and he was like, "Is that a Brother Voodoo, Dr. Voodoo shirt?" I said, "Yes, it is." He's like, "Yo, you don't see those?" I said, "No." He said, I want him to be in the MCU. I want to manifest it. And he's like, "Yo, how much for the shirt?" Told him, boom, boom, boom. He said, "Listen, I got a photo opportunity with Loki, Tom, I can't think of his last name. And I'm gonna wear your shirt because we're gonna manifest Brother Voodoo in the MCU." And I said, "I hear you, bro. I appreciate that." Give him a pound, hug, peace. He tagged me in this photo. Do you know I was freaking out? Because that's my t-shirt. Made by Jay Winston's Wham. Standing next with that brother wearing it, standing next to Loki. Like, he was a man of his word. And we are trying to manifest Brother Voodoo in the MCU. And the picture of Brother Voodoo is one of the dopest pieces I've ever put together. And I don't compliment myself too often. I love this piece. I loved every bit of making this piece. So those t-shirts are very important to me. But Jay Winston is the man.
What more can be said? I mean, Jay's a good brother, man. Like I said, me and him got to talking one day. And by the end of that conversation, I said, he was like, "Yo, let's I said, I'm about to get some stuff made." Next thing you know, within 10 minutes, he's like, "Well, I got you." So we start talking about it. And before I forget, man, we need to give a shout out to the Frustrated Fan Sports Show for the super chat, man. We really appreciate that. You know, good look on that. We need that all day, man, because you know these Winston Wham shirts are not cheap, cuz. But
Let's go.
and that's real.
Thank you.
That's what
That's
we do.
real. That's real.
Like, that's next thing you know, I was like, "Yeah, I want to do this on this color or whatever." I'm the type of person, I have no issue with collaborating. I know what I want, but I think Jay was really good in adding a little seasoning to my particular video. Instead of talking to me about it, he started hitting me up with these prototypes. And I was like, okay, let's order these shirts. He was like, man, these shirts just came in, and it just went crazy, and it was super dope. And I really do appreciate that brother for that, man. And I actually, share this information with some other people, man, trying to get the brother some more business.
Definitely, definitely, and I definitely have to say the turnaround time was incredible. He was like, "You need shirts for New York Comic Con? I got you." And it was like, and to be perfectly honest, truth be told, I thought I waited too long in order to get them because I
Right,
had my own stuff going on. So I was like, if I don't get the shirts, I don't have the shirts. It's cool. And then he hits me up to remind me, and he's like, "Didn't you need some shirts?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, well I didn't know if he was like, I got you, bro." And he delivered. Jay
right.
Winston is the man,
And,
straight up.
and, and I gave him that, and he had shout out to my man Spar. I got a lot of graffiti friends, legal graffiti friends in Pittsburgh and surrounding areas. And Spar had did this particular Spar's one of my favorite graffiti artists in the world, and he did that logo for me, and he did it in multiple colors. And Jay had said to me a couple days ago, he said, "Man, I've been waiting to get my hands on that to do something with it for a while." And
Mhm.
this is actually we were doing custom shirts here in Pittsburgh. Uh, Actually, I wasn't doing. Let me give my props up right. My girl was actually got the press. I got a press too, but I don't know how to. I don't use. I just have one, and it's over my son's house. But she has the press. She would press them, and she does that for other people. And but when Jay was like, "Yo, I could do the joints where the ink's actually in there," and we went through that as
Mhm.
artists. We went through that particular process, and I next the shirts. The funny thing is, I was just doing towels at first, and then he was like, "Yo, this will look dope on the shirt," and he started printing out the shirts. And so, like, but if you want to holler at Jay, we'll make sure. If we don't get
His
his
info.
information up in this particular piece, actually, he's actually in the chat. Um, we got brother
Oh,
Winston in the chat in the comment section, so you can literally hit him up yourself. But I will make sure that we give this brother um his props.
all
Is there
day.
any? Let me ask you this. So let's go back. We're going to go back. Somebody asked, what is the reasoning for the black gloves? And I should have answered that. But Otis, do you want to give your version of why we choose to put the black gloves on, sir?
Okay. Well, black gloves. Whenever you put on the black gloves, that means that you're you're touching something that's not I won't say invaluable, but something that's very very important, and you don't want to have any like oil on your fingertips or anything touching the actual artwork. A fingerprint on a pencil smudge is like horrible. So you put on the black gloves. I used to use the blue gloves, just like Phill spoke of earlier. I used to use the blue gloves, and
Mhm.
then these black ones when you put them on and you hold the artwork here. Let me give you an example. And yeah, I'm going to flex real quick. Uh, when you go like this, and you have the black gloves on, and you show off this Eastside Rivet piece
Mm.
from Secret Wars. The moment that T'Challa told the kids to get
Come
on
on now.
that spaceship and
Come on now.
get on that spaceship and become the intergalactic Republic of Empire of Wakanda.
Mm.
This is one of those moment pieces. But when you wear black gloves, it just looks so much cooler. You know what I'm saying?
Then
So
then the
when you
blue
put
glove.
on
But
then
well,
the blue gloves.
go back to that piece again. Let's go back to that piece because I don't want people to miss this.
Okay,
That's
like
Assad, Esad, brother
East
Ribbit.
Side, yes,
Brother Ribic,
East
who
Side.
is he's in my upper echelon of artists. What book is this from again?
This is from Secret Wars number 9, page 11.
Page 11.
This I'm a collector of moments in comics. I like to collect moments. The Intergalactic Empire of Wakanda is one of my favorite stories. A lot of people hated it. Anyway, I get it. I loved it. And this was the moment that T'Challa sent his the young Wakandans into space, and these three colonized and made the intergalactic empire of Wakanda. So this moment is cool because this moment sparked an entire run a comic book run. But to me, it was one of the best Black Panther stories ever. It was great. I know Brother Richard says Black Panther in space, and we have nice little conversations about it. But to me, I love this story. I have every version of the story, every comic, every variant, trade paperback, hardcover, and that's why I had to get this piece, which is from Secret Wars, but this is the launching pad to the intergalactic world of Wakanda. So, and back to the black gloves, it just looks cool when it's done.
It's dope, and two, it's I know we're covering a whole lot of things because one thing I want to point out too is that it's okay to have different styles of collecting. We don't all have to have the same exact style. We don't all have to just like the same thing. It's okay. The thing that I like about collecting is that I don't like everything that Otis like. Otis doesn't like everything that I like. He does like everything that I like, but that's a whole other conversation. But
Don't start.
But it's dope because we learn things from each other. Like it's it's not like a lot of these other groups. A lot of times in groups, what happens is when I start calling people weirdos. Is when people want to make things a personal attack. Like if I don't like something, it has nothing personally to do with you. I just may not like it. I just may not be into it. And that's okay because there's something for everyone. And that's why we always say, collect what you love, collect how you want to collect. There's no right way to collect. There's a wrong way. There is a wrong way. But even with that, there's no right way to collect. Me and Otis get into it about original artwork. I believe original artwork should be put up. Should be this. No, this is real. This is real. See how.
Okay.
But
hold on. Listen, but are you sure you want to get in here?
No. No, but for art, but from O's perspective, O likes to be able to take the piece out. He likes to be able to study the piece. He likes to do all those different things with it. So we both appreciate it, but we both have our different way of dealing with it. But even with I may go to a totally different extreme. O is still very protective of his particular. I'm not, I just make jokes in the way that we do that. But we do have different ways in doing whatever. But we both do wear gloves. We both do wear gloves.
Yes.
And I will say Otis has some of the dopest original art pieces I've ever seen. And I gotta give a shout out to Rico too, because Rico be sneaking all type of art. He be going crazy, man. You'll show something, the next thing you know, he's like, man, Jack Kirby used to live with me when I was a kid. I got all the Black Panther original artwork that he's done, and the prelims, and the 2 issues that he's supposed to do that never came out. I'm like, never came out. But that's neither here nor there.
Exactly.
If we can, I know I want to catch up with what's going on. I need people to understand I'm taking over this show for 4 episodes. This is my 2nd episode. And some of you may have missed what happened in the very first episode. And we're going to let the man behind the curtains run a quick clip of just what episode number 1 looked like with me and Brother Robert.
Which we'll touch on that when it comes to some of these media covers anyway. But I mean, once I went down that rabbit hole, I found a lot of them. So I found out that there's one missing. There's one that's Israeli for the Nubia 206, Wonder Woman 206. Okay. And now that's on my ghost list. But overall, it's one of those things that, it has to be a passion project. I'm not buying it to flip. It's one of those things where it's like, I wanted it for the PC. And I am in the process of, loaning it out to some exhibits. I reached out to the African American Museum in DC. They got a comic section. Right. I'm trying to curate something there where they can hold on to a couple of books. Like I'm thinking about giving them the Luke Cage, one.
So wait a sec. Slow down though. So before you do any of that, let's just keep. So let's stop. Let's stop. Before you do any of that, I got mine coming in 2024. I don't give a damn what the African America exhibit of Uganda is. I don't care about none of that. You know, you gotta make sure I'm straight first. You ate at my crib, cuz you had a Permani sandwich with me in Monroeville. So let's keep it 100. The first thing
Yeah.
we doing is we taking care of mine. You go. No disrespect to that museum because I'm trying to get over there too. But we just
Yeah.
keep it 100. Keep it in the family. But do your thing. Do your thing. That was me and brother Robert from last week, and I was making a joke. But I was being serious because a lot of times these big companies will, and not just in the comics business. I know from me dealing with different organizations and that they will sit back and kind of get you to curate certain things, or will ask you your opinions and ask you questions, and it'll be stuff that they pay other people to do. And when you have that particular knowledge, you kind of got to know what your worth is. I'm not saying that you don't know you didn't know what his worth is, because that's not the case. Because sometimes we do throw these alley oops to each other, and we have to just make sure we put ourselves in a position where we're able to benefit. Also, I'm not going to keep giving certain companies free game, and I don't get anything out of that whatsoever. Now, I'm also not talking crazy about the bigger companies, because there are some that have shown me love, like Sony of America, like loans me cameras, is in the process of now letting me get different cameras, different lenses. They saw some of these things that I've done with my collections in black, and they were kind of impressed. And they're in the process of sending me stuff, and yeah, ask and you shall receive. What you got for me now, brother O? You got another piece?
I
Is that
got
another
nothing.
piece? Or you putting that back? He said he ain't got nothing. This
Uh,
boy
I
lying.
got no. I
He's
got nothing.
lying.
Right?
He's
In
lying.
the words
So,
of brother Flood, I ain't over here making no noise.
somebody's asking, what is that tapestry behind you?
I got that.
He knitted that himself.
Don't get mad because I got multiple skills.
I'm
I
not
got
mad at
that.
you.
Listen, I got the tapestry. Um, on where was it? Amazon. It was on Amazon. I'm old school Black Panther, so I like the way it looked.
Mm,
So that's it.
nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
Honestly, I think it was like $30. So yeah,
That's not
yeah,
that's not a
yeah.
that's not a one-on-one piece, because you the
No,
king of those.
no,
This
this
is though. Look at that. Hey, let's not even start set up the sound effects, because we need to do that. Hey man, hey, hold on. No, man, don't be weird, cuz. Bring that shit back up, man. Don't bring that back up, man. Quit playing, Otis. What's
Okay.
wrong, man? You gonna play these games, man? Man, talk about what that is. You ain't just gonna drop that in and just drop it back on the table.
I'm
What is going
I'm
on?
saying this piece, this particular piece, it took me 5 years to get it. Um, it's the original artwork for the Black Panther card for Marvel Masterpiece 2018 by
Nice,
Simone Bianchi,
nice.
who happens to be a very good friend of mine.
The big homie.
That's my man. Yeah, that's my man. They showed me this, like, 'cause the way he does it, he has preliminary sketches, quick sketches. One of these days we're gonna do a original art 101 type of show, so we can talk about all this type of stuff. So
Right.
for the people who want to learn about it and want to get into it, and got any questions. But anyway, um, this right here is the preliminary. There's the preliminary sketch, then there's the preliminary piece, then there's the full color. I have the preliminary piece and the preliminary sketch, and it's down here somewhere.
Talk that.
But
Talk that.
this, yeah, that was actually like the first piece I bought. That was what I bought 2018. Remember, I said you got to buy something when you first get there. That was the first thing I bought. So.
That
But
wasn't $200.
no, all right, but we ain't pocket watching either, so let it go. All right. So anyway, this right here though, like they showed me this in 2018,
Right.
and they bought it for me to look at, and they said we want to give you first dibs on it, and they've been holding it for me. You know what I'm saying? I've
Right.
gotten pieces over the years, but they've been holding this piece for me. And the culmination of getting this piece
Right.
was dope because I got this piece when I was helping him at Simone Bianchi, the artist who did
Talk
this.
that shit.
I
Talk that.
helped I helped at his table, me and my man Matt.
All
So
right, so
we worked.
wait. So let's stop for a second. Now, watch this, people. This was a piece he just slid and he was gonna put on the table, and we weren't gonna talk about it. So now we got to talk about it. We up tonight. Damn it. I need a bottle of water. We up tonight. I need somebody to bring me something to drink. Um, this brother has a relationship with Simone. Now, I know from being me and you being homies that that's one of your favorite artists, if not your favorite artist. And I've
Yes.
known for years that that was your guy. And I'll say I've been privy to know part of the journey of, I remember when you first did this, start doing that. And I remember sitting there and you telling me the story about, people you worked with you worked with them at a particular point at one of the tables, correct? And it's important. I need for people to understand something. Don't be a weirdo. It is important to be able to create relationships, but make genuine relationships with individuals. And these type of things happen. Um, and can you talk just a little bit about y'all particular relationship? If you cannot if you're not allowed to have a conversation about it, you
No,
know,
no, 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 no. I can talk about it.
just
I
the
can talk
work, just
about it.
the work, the fact that you worked at the table. I mean, to be a, like, for instance,
No, no, no.
I got different artists and producers that I've always loved and grew up with. And the fact that I get to work with certain individuals and call them peers is a big thing. The fact that you get to work with one of the top artists in the industry, and a lot of people don't know that, just talk your ish just a little bit.
Okay,
There you go. Fix that hat. That's what I'm talking about. Oh,
okay, okay. I'm gonna share something. I'm gonna share something very personal.
uh-oh.
And I'm doing it. I'm doing it because I should.
That's right.
There's a reason why Simone Bianchi is my favorite artist. Wolverine, number 25. Wolverine and his son Dokken are getting attacked by Deadpool on the front cover. That book is very special to me. That was the very first book that I saw that drew me to Simone Bianchi's work. Quick backstory, I've been collecting comic books since I was a kid. There was a period of time where I stopped because
Right.
I was at a very low point in my life. Bad, bad relationship, just bad. Things were bad. I was on the way to jump over Niagara Falls.
Mm.
I was going to end things. I stopped in a store to get something to drink. And out of the corner of my eye, I saw that comic book. Now, I hadn't bought a comic book in years. I hadn't thought about them. And that artwork that it made me grab that book. And I told myself, well, if I'm going out, I'm going to do something that I want to do, something that I love doing. I want to read a comic book. That comic book stopped me from killing myself.
Man.
That artwork that artwork stopped me from killing myself. So over the years, I started collecting his stuff, found out who he was, started studying his stuff, reached out to him because I wanted an original piece, bought an original piece, and then one day told him what his artwork did for me. We have been close ever since. So going from getting a book that prevented something very bad from happening to actually becoming friends with this artist and being able to work at a Comic-Con with him, watch him paint for 4 days straight, go out to dinner, have conversations about our kids. That's what it's all about. That's why he's my favorite artist. That's why pieces like this mean so much to me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, I didn't mean to go like real heavy on y'all like
No,
that.
no, this is real.
But
This
I
is real.
wanted to, I just, that's why I'm so passionate about comic books
Mm-hmm.
and about the artwork and the process and the artists involved. That's why I collect original art, because these people are giving you a piece of themselves. That's what I do. When I sculpt, it's the reason why I wouldn't sell Phill the Blaqlion thing. These
Right.
people are giving you a piece of themselves when they create. That is why I collect based on creators and what they create. Of course, characters, but that's why I do what I do. If a piece of artwork makes me feel a certain way, I buy it. So, like I said, I didn't mean to get heavy on y'all, but like that's why I get so passionate when it comes
For
to
sure.
these subjects. I'm not just somebody who likes to hear himself talk and
Right.
just want to freak out. Comic books saved my life, literally. And that's just one incident.
Right.
Okay. Spider-Man number 30, is it 35? Spider-Man number 35. Spectacular Spider-Man number 35. 31. Brother Richard is one of Brother Richard's favorites as well. All right. If you got that book and you read that book, then you know a little something about where I come from. And you'll also know why I love this. So that's my soliloquy for the evening.
Hey, listen. And you know what's funny, y'all? This is how me and Otis conversations go every other day. It gets real, man. Like, and when me and Otis, I was talking to Otis about before we were doing this, we were talking about doing live and whatever, and we were just like, people should just hear our conversation because it's a real conversation. This is everybody that I've had on so far are people that have been in my house. How about that? These are people that I've dealt. These are individuals that have, met my kids, been around me, and I don't play them games. It's a real brotherhood, and the reason why I like to do this is because I want to show a different aspect of collecting. It's not just about collecting; it is about you sharing this passion, and then we share some of these stories and their personal stories, with each other. We all have something that connects us to. It's more than just capes and cows. You know what I'm saying? It's more than that, but it's just it's a brotherhood. And that was a deep story. And guess what? You're not gonna get that nowhere else. Let's just keep it 100. And I appreciate you, Otis, the Blaqlion. And I'm still gonna have jokes. And I'm still gonna have jokes because I'm not gonna let up. I don't care about how serious it done got. We gonna keep it real because me and Otis will sit back and we'll talk. Okay, he threw the rock hammer. All right, so that gives me a chance. Now I'm not gonna joke for about 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. But no, I mean, for me, man, I felt like, when he was telling me about, I'm gonna say it wrong, I say Beyonce, like Beyonce, I'm black, I say stuff like that sometimes, man. When he was just telling me about how much he, he loves his artists. And he told me that particular story before. I didn't know he was gonna go there, but I appreciate you going there for the people. We give it's raw over here. This is what we do. I just thought it was just so dope. It's just that journey that's crazy. And sometimes it's, you have to respect the process. It's not always about the end result. It's about it's the process that gets you, to where you're going. And I'm just, I'm just glad that God placed that book there to intervene, and just the relationship that's come about with that. You know what I mean? And if you ever feel like you want to just leave that piece at my house, you know, because you shared this moment, you can share this piece with me as well, my brother.
Nope, it's going with me. It's going with me. I can't share this one. I can't share this one.
So we can be on her all day, and we're not going to do that to these people. And I know they're enjoying this. Let me say something too. Next week, if I get 100 people on her at one time, I'm gonna give away some heat. I'm gonna give away a book, grown folks book. I'm gonna give away a book, and that's all I'm gonna say. I just need 100 on at one time. If I get that 100 mark at one time, I'm giving away something hot. If it gets double that, I'm gonna give away something crazy. I'm gonna give away something that's gonna make me cry after I give it away. But
can I jump in?
You sure can, my brother.
All right, you pick the number, and if you get that many people, I'll donate a piece of original art.
Jeez, my chest hurt.
I will donate a piece of original art. Now you ain't getting this. All right. You ain't getting this. All right. Okay. But I'll make sure that it's an original pencil, pen sketch.
One of one.
However, I got one of one. It will be a one of one.
Oh, he's showing
I'll
out.
make sure that it's a one of one. It maybe be a sketch cover that I got back in, you know what I'm saying? I got plenty, but I will donate a piece of original art.
Okay.
If you get to whatever number it is that you decide to,
all right, so the original art number got to be at least 200. It's 200. Got to be at least 200. And there'll be other, and two, to do this also, I'm gonna have you come back in. I'm gonna have you come back on, even if it's just to talk about whatever piece it is that you want to give away. And I know there were a couple other collectors that were talking about it. So the thing though is that we're gonna need some of our individuals behind the scenes to make sure that this information is flooded throughout the week to let people know. We get those numbers. I'm giving away some books. It's gonna be Christmas in this joint, but I got to get the numbers. And that's all I'm saying. I don't get the numbers, I'm not giving them away. And also, there's going to be caveats to this. Like, we need the numbers, but we need people to do different follows. So we'll have rules. Like, there has to be, you got to follow the IG pages and the this and the that and whatever. And you know what? Hold on. Let me see something. Let me see what I got. So I'm in the midst of getting my full run of Jack Kirby's Black Panthers in 9/8. As you can see, I got all, working on these. So, matter of fact, if I get 100, I'm gonna give away. I got it. Man, let me do it. Let me do some Big Brother shit right now. Hold on.
Uh-oh. You got Phill in the Santa Claus mood.
Now, you ain't getting this one. Okay, I'm not doing that. Not yet. But I get 100. I'm dropping this. I'm giving this to somebody. All right.
Ooh.
I get 100. Ooh. I'll drop this like a bad habit. This case right there. This case ain't number 9/8 Black Panthers. And this I don't, and the 9/4 was up there because what I was trying to do was I was trying to do a bunch of, these joints. And for somebody, and just so y'all don't think I'm playing, I'll just pull some extra ones out for you. You know, y'all see those, y'all, you know. So I'm trying to get the whole run in this joint. Got some signed joints back here too. We just keep pulling some more shit out for the people to see. You know, so just so y'all know who y'all messing with, man. These ain't no games over here, Jackson. No, I'll leave a couple. I'll leave a couple up there. I'll leave a couple. It's another 9-8. I'll leave that up there. So I get 100, but you got to. You have to subscribe to the Black Comic Lords YouTube page. You got to be. You can't. If I find out you're not a subscriber, you cannot win. You got to be a subscriber to my 33 and a third media page. And then you also going to have to be subscribed to, you also going to have to like or follow both of the IG pages. So is this what we doing? Oh, are we doing some show and tell? Let's go.
No, I'm just showing.
Ain't no, man. You got heat. You got heat.
What I'm saying is, I'm just showing off some of the things that I may or may not be offering up when they get them numbers up. I'm just showing off what I got. You know what I'm saying?
I like that. Sprinkle.
I'm just letting them know.
Hey man, I need to get the camera back on me real quick. I need to get the camera back on me for 1 second. Sprinkle some more of that in there. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, look at that shit. Ooh, look. Ooh, that's. Hey, you know what, too? Since we listen. All jokes aside, you know, this is what it's all about: giving back to the community. We got to show love. I'm gonna tell you something. I don't want to preach today, but you know, God ain't gonna bless you, man, if you don't do this. If you have an abundance of certain things, it's up to you to make sure other people get in and have those type of things too. I'm sorry, I'm a firm believer in that, you know. And Otis is gonna give away some heat. He's not gonna give away no Beyonce pieces. I already know that. No Simone pieces. That's not happening. It's not happening. But you're gonna get something.
But you will get something. You're not getting Beyonce, but you're not getting Beyonce pieces, but you will get something. I got other
maybe
stuff.
Maybe I'll give away a No, I'm playing. I ain't giving that away. The hell? Who am I fooling? I love y'all, but them Matt Bakers are staying at my house.
Let me see.
Let me close this up.
There you go.
What's that?
That's Ken Lashley page from Black Panther number 11, page 11. All right, you know.
So
this is the type. Go ahead. Talk.
So what do we want to give away? Oh, I
don't know. I'm just looking through stuff. I'm seeing, you know, what I
got some heat. You got some heat.
What I can part with. I see what I can part with.
Okay.
Like that one. That's an M'Baku page.
You're not giving.
I'm giving it. No, I'm not giving it. I'll just let you look at it.
So let me tell y'all this too. With him saying he's not giving something away, doesn't mean he's giving away something whack, because he ain't got nothing whack in his collection.
No.
So let's talk about that.
And what I will guarantee is, what I do give you is going to be a one of a kind, one of one piece of artwork from an artist. One of one. I don't know if it's going to be a sketch cover. I don't know, because I have quite a few of those sketch covers, different characters. I'm also into like preliminary artwork. Like these are the prelims for Marvel Masterpiece 2018. I'm also, you know, into these. You might get one of these. Now these right here, these are the foundation to the actual picture. So like I said, I will make sure that you get something original, original from and this is a Bianchi piece. I may give up this. I may give up a Bianchi piece. I may, maybe. So, but we'll see. But you will get something dope though, and you will definitely get something that nobody else got, because that's all I deal with.
Why don't you give me that Wu-Tang piece?
Hello?
Why don't you give me that Wu-Tang, please, Blaqlion? Oh man, you sound went out for a second. You back? Oh, you being funny?
Yeah, I hear you. No, wow. I know. I hear you now. No, I didn't hear you. Seriously, what did you say?
Why don't you give away that Bianchi? That why don't you give me that Master Killer piece? I mean that Wu-Tang piece, since we've been so generous, and I feel like the spirit's moving you to get that to me right now.
Okay. All right. All right. We I think we can do that. Don't you got some
hold on now.
Butterfly? Don't you got
watch yourself.
What?
Watch
what?
yourself.
Well, I mean, Oh, okay.
Let me
Well,
close this case.
I got. I know you got some over there too. I'm sure you got some grand pieces that you've already posted. I can take some salt and peppers off your hands.
Hold on, cuz people watch your mouth.
But I'm saying I'm always up for a fair trade.
Oh,
You know
can
what
I
I'm
ask you a
saying?
question? Do you have that saber piece out? You have that piece close to you? If not, don't worry about it. Don't
Yes,
worry about it.
yes, I do. You want to see it?
I want to see that. And listen, so let me say this too. Let me give O another shout out, man. O hooked me up with um Shauna Graham. Some of you who may not know who Shauna Graham is, that is Billy Graham's granddaughter, right?
Yes, yes.
And he threw me an alley oop with her, and she's going to be in my documentary. And I just want to say I thank you. I appreciate that, man. She's agreed to be in there, so we're working those things out. For
Good.
those who don't know, I do a web series called Collections in Black, and I have a full length film coming out in 2024 in June. But I'm gonna let you watch the trailer to the web series that's out right now. I think we're like on episode 4 or 5. I have another one coming in a couple of weeks when I get this big piece in. But right now, watch the trailer for Collections in Black. Man, that dude's a beast on the editing. I don't know who did all that work. That was me, by the way. Hey, and real quick too, we were talking about earlier we were talking about a particular Spider-Man book. And it was
Okay,
a
now I
book.
can hear you.
Can you hear me now? So I mean, brother O, that one particular Spider-Man book that you were talking about,
Yeah,
that was a big part of your life. I believe we have a clip that I want to show that talks about this particular book, and we're gonna get ready to show that
beautiful.
clip right now as well. So we on it, baby. This is what we do, man. This is light work. And
What's up, y'all? We are blues people. We can rap the blues, sing the blues, talk the blues, and of course in comic books, we can read the blues. One such tale can be found in Peter Parker's Spider-Man number 35. This tale is about a little boy living the blues. He finds himself excited about a birthday party and he runs home to tell Mama, but Mama's digging her own blues. He escapes to his sanctuary, his bedroom, and drifts into another world where Spider-Man is real and comes by and talks to him. This book is a reminder of how important a comic book or a collectible can be to anybody, but especially a child. This book pulls hard at the heartstrings, and no matter how many times I see this book in long boxes, I always make a point to buy it. Why? Because I know this kid. You have seen this kid. Shoot, you may have even been this kid. There are thousands of Spider-Man stories, but by far this is my favorite Spider-Man book. So I suggest that you pick it up. I promise you, you won't be able to put it down. If you like this video, share it and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And until next time, peace.
crazy. That's the book you were talking about. Oh, can you
Yeah.
do me a favor? I'm gonna give you a chance, give you a little spotlight right now, man. I want you to talk about Miss Graham and your relationship and how y'all linked up, and just talk about some different things real quick. I'm gonna let you
Okay.
knock it out. The floor is yours, brother. Go and do your thing.
Okay. Okay. A couple of years ago, I'm on Facebook and there is a listing for Billy Graham original artwork. And I'm like, no, this can't be real. So I reach out to the guy And he says, yeah, I got a few pages, boom, 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 whatever. So he links me to Billy Graham's granddaughter, Shauna Graham. Now, for those of you who don't know who Billy Graham is the GOAT, greatest of all time. He is the very first, black artist to work on Black Panther and Luke Cage. He is the first black art director for Warren Publishing, eerie, creepy magazines like that. A lot of horror magazines. Billy Graham has done Power Man and Iron Fist. He's had many different. Um, put it to you like this: his artwork back in the 70s, there are filters that people use to make themselves look like cartoons. He was doing that in the 70s by hand with a pencil. His artwork speaks to me, and I have a very, very passion for his artwork and his story. And his story, it bothers me that not a lot of people know who he is. People know who he is, but we need to keep his name going. So anyway, me and Shauna, we go back and forth. We develop a relationship. She's awesome. She's helped me get other pages as well. We've worked on things together. We have future projects that we're working on. All she wants to do is keep her grandfather's name alive, and I'm going to help her do it. And I ask everybody else to help do it as well. Billy Graham pieces are very, very, I won't say hard to come by, but they're not easy. And if you are getting them, you're going to drop some. Having these pages in my collection means the world to me, because not only do I have Billy Graham pages, but I got them directly from his collection, from his family. No middleman, his family. Even the guy who introduced me to Shauna ended up sending me the stuff. So I had two pages, one from Jungle Action, with featuring Wakabi, and then the second page is from Black Panther versus the Klan, one of the most famous Black Panther stories. Incredible. I'm so glad that I have those. Now, Sabri, very out there character. Billy Graham did work with him and Don McGregor. They did work together. Billy Graham did issue 3 through 11, excuse me.
Okay.
3 through 11. Oh yeah, he did 3 through 11. I was fortunate enough to be offered by Shauna pages from the very first issue that Billy Graham worked on.
Okay.
And we met up. I went to go see my son. She happens to live where my son lives. And we met up for the first time. And it was so awesome. It was just so awesome, because she's an awesome person. She's a great person. She just wants to keep her grandfather's legacy alive.
For sure.
And to be able to not only obtain artwork like this, but get it directly from the family. You know what I'm saying? I didn't wear any black gloves that day, because I wanted to touch all of it. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to touch it. These pieces
Let's go.
are oversized.
Let's go.
These pieces are oversized. I know it's kind of hard to see, but these pieces are oversized. These are not. I thought they were 11 by 17, which is the normal
Right.
published page. These I didn't even bother to measure them. They're just huge. They're huge, and if you see the detail, like even at the bottom with the duplicated faces, this is the first time that they had ever done that in a comic book. See, I like to collect moments. You know what I'm saying? I like to collect moments. That's one. And then we got this one. There's nothing better than an old vintage page. Browning of the glue. You can see the whiteout spots where they messed up. This is where you can see what is and what could have been when it comes to artwork.
Right.
Billy Graham is the man.
The
And
GOAT.
he was doing this. He's the GOAT, and he was doing this way before anybody else was. So like I'm very proud to have these pieces in my collection. Oh well, since we have them out, here is.
There we go.
This is from Jungle Action. Panther versus the Clan.
Man, say that one more time. Where's it from?
This is from Jungle Action.
Okay.
Jungle Action,
Okay.
number 19, page 15.
Okay.
Panther versus the Clan.
We're not playing no games over here.
No.
There's no games. So if
And
look at that.
this is Jungle Action. I should know this. Issue 14, page 22.
Right.
Sorry, my mind charged it to my head.
It's all good.
My heart. And this is featuring Wakabi. So now these are all Billy Graham pieces, and they're the cornerstone of my collection. Now, some may say, "Why don't you have those framed? What is wrong with you?" Here we go. See, this is what me and Phill talk about. Some would say, "Why don't you have those framed? You're crazy. Those are one of a kind. They need to be protected."
I ain't never
Check
called
this
you
out.
crazy.
Check, yes, you have. All right. And it's all right. It's okay. What a lot of people like we talked about earlier, everybody collects the way they want to collect.
That's fair.
And they do it the way they do it. I'm an artist. No black gloves. I trace the artwork. I look for the grooves where the pencils were. I use the light to see where they used a marker or black paint or ink wash. I study these things. I see where the ruler was where they put it down so they can make the straight line. And these are old school pages, so it has the word bubbles. So all this stuff was like handwritten or typed. You know what I'm saying? So I study these, and that's why they're not in glass. That's why they're not hanging up on the wall, because when I feel like taking them out and looking at them and feeling good, this is my safe space.
Right.
My artwork that I collect, mine particularly, but the artwork that I collect, this is my safe space. And when I look at this, nothing else matters. So it's easier for me to look at it this way than when it's hanging up on the wall.
I feel you.
Just what I do.
Hey, and that's and those pieces are incredible. So my story about Billy Graham pieces is that years ago I was in a position to buy a couple of pieces because this is before the Black Panther film was out, and they were dealing with a particular individual that was selling the pieces, for the family or whatever. And somebody reached out to me, and I passed because I passed really because I just spent a lot of money on some other books at that particular point. I spent an incredible amount of money. I bought two Fantastic Four 52s graded, a Daredevil #1, and an Avengers #1 graded. So I was tapped out. We was about to start eating oodles and noodles for 3 months. It was real. And then those came up, and Otis knows what my particular Grail piece is, but I'm gonna get that at some particular point. And that was offered to me, and it's worth now it's going for what it's like $8,000 the piece that I want to get, but that's a whole nother conversation. But 8,500. Thank you, sir, for being very specific and hurting my chest. But my thing with Billy Graham's artwork was that when I was a little kid, me and my brothers used to sneak into my dad's comic book boxes, and we used to read his Jungle Action and Black Panther comics. And we weren't allowed to. Like, we would risk getting whoopings, ass whoopings, real live whoopings, because we wanted to read the adventures of T'Challa. This is in the early 80s when we were reading them. And I just remember my brother accidentally just ripping a page. And I remember hiding that book in the thing and just hoping that my dad didn't. We didn't get whooped, so he never seen it. But that's also the reason why I bought the Buffalo Soldier page, was because my dad was a lover of Western movies, and he loved the Black Panther. And so that piece just reminded me of my dad. But, before we go any further, I believe we do have a piece on a video piece on Billy Graham that we're going to show you right now.
Beautiful.
Dear Mr. Billy Graham, I know this letter is late, but you know what they say, better late than never. And I'm writing to you because I know you'll never read this or hear this. It's a measure of therapy for me, I guess. Wondering how you never get mentioned when you are really only one of the few worth mentioning. After all, I don't think Sam and Dave had you in mind, but without question, you are a soul man. How else can you explain how a man can draw tears so well if he never shed any tears of his own? Yes, and I hear music, especially drums, when I see jungle action panels. And when I see Luke Cage panels, I hear the jukebox blaring out horns in the after hours joint. I guess I'm trying to say, Mr. Graham, that I dig your style, and you deserve to be celebrated like the heroes you drew. And like I said, you won't see or hear this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Thank you, Mr. Billy Graham. You are a Black history legend. Respectfully, the Black Comic Lords. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Until next time, peace.
Yeah, that was dope. Super dope. Super dope.
Mm-hmm.
Let me
This
ask
right
you
here?
this. What's that?
This right here, this note,
The thank you note?
this is a thank you note from Shauna.
Nice.
This right here is just as valuable, if not more, than the artwork itself. She's thanking me for helping keep Mr. Graham's legacy alive. This is what it's about. Seriously. I just
It
wanted
is.
to share that.
It
I just
is.
wanted to share that. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
No, you didn't interrupt me, man. So let me ask you this. So I know that Peter Parker Spider-Man 35.
Yep.
That's one of your favorite books. You have copies though. You buy it all the time.
I have 17 copies.
Wow.
I buy it every time I see it. I don't look for it online. When I find it, I'm a hunter. Y'all, if anybody has ever seen me, I'm a hunter. When I see it, that's when I get it.
Right. So let me tell you what we're gonna do today. Because I know we've been rocking for about 2 hours now.
Yeah.
And it's about time for us to wrap up in a moment. But before we wrap up, make sure you follow Brother Otis. Can you tell them where they can follow you at, O?
Now I'm not good with this stuff. I'm on Facebook.
We're gonna put his Facebook information.
Yeah, I'm on Facebook. Otis Blaqlion Arterberry. There's another Otis Arterberry, but that's my son. But you can follow him too because he's a dope sculptor as well. Instagram, it's Blaqlion3 toy maker. Yes, Blaqlion toy maker. That's it. Blaqlion toy maker. That's my Instagram. So I'm just I'm making t-shirts. I make toys. I'm a tattoo artist. I'm a sculptor. I'm an artist, and I love what I do.
You're a good brother too. If we keeping it 100, you family to me.
I'm fair for a square.
You all right? Nah, you all right. If you wasn't, I wouldn't. I about to start cussing. Like I remember, I'm on Philly selling shit. So before we go, you can follow me, DJ Big Phill at G. About don't email me. I'm not reading it. Follow me on Instagram, DJ Big Phill. Follow my YouTube page, 33 and a Third Media. I'm about to probably change that. Philip Thompson Online. If it's been real. I got 2 shows left. Actually, the 4th show's on my birthday, so that show will be taped. It's Scorpio season. I cannot be on a live YouTube broadcast because it'll be out of control. But you my brother. And I got, you blessed me with that Rakim piece, and that, that's one of my guys, man. And I really appreciate that. But I got something I want to bless you with that I'm gonna send in the mail to you. And I'm gonna hook you up with.
Your phone's cutting up. I can't hear you.
My phone.
I can't hear you. I know you're telling me you love me. I know you're telling me you love me.
I'm hooking you.
But I know you're telling me how awesome I am.
Wow,
Thank
that's
you.
not what I'm saying.
I know
Absolutely,
you.
that's
I know
not
you're
what I'm
telling me how
saying.
awesome I am. I can't hear a word you're saying, but I
You know
know
what? So
that you're
y'all see
telling
what y'all
awesome
see
I
what I'm
am,
about to y'all see what I'm
how
about
good
to
of a
hook them
brother
up
I am
with.
to you, and how I
God,
look
God
out
is
for you, and
telling
you look
me,
out for me. And
God is
oh,
telling
look at
me
that!
not to give. See, God was about to tell me not to give you this book.
You coming in and out. I didn't see it.
Well, you coming in now.
I
Yeah.
can't hear you,
Moving.
man.
Oh, you better listen, because if you don't listen, that means God's telling me don't bless you with this. See, that's what happens. And so I'm gonna put back my gift. I'm gonna hold it up to O get on, man. We just gonna wait for Otis, y'all. Somebody sit back and O's gonna go back and watch this, and O's gonna see them hooking this brother up, man. This book means more to him than it does to me. It meant a lot to me because I thought it was super dope. Are you back with us, O? Can you hear us, bro?
Now I can. Yeah. It just
Man.
broke up. It just
Oh,
totally
oh, oh,
broke up.
oh, was like, when the kids first hear for the first time, when they hear their mom for the first time, and they give them their headphones, and everybody's like, oh, that's
All right.
this is yours. This belongs at your house.
What?
Yeah. So this belongs at your crib. So this is you. So I'm gonna make sure
Phill.
I'm gonna send this off to you, man. You know I love you, brother, man, and that's what we do. So I'm gonna make sure you get this,
Oh
and
man,
you know how we do, bro. And I'm
much
gonna make sure,
appreciated. You see, you still not getting the Wu-Tang poster, but thank you.
it's yo. Sorry about
What did you do?
This is how we do. This is how we do, everybody. This is
Hey,
how we do.
hey, but you know I love you, bro. I'm gonna make sure I get
Love
that
you
to
too, my
you.
man.
And oh, listen, y'all. Let me tell you something real quick. Something you want, go after it. Do not be scared to ask for what you want. And I found that out. I've been blessed. Like some of y'all been privy to. I just got hooked up with a major corporation hooking me up with some things so that my film piece could be super dope. Just like Otis made sure he was gonna make it to the cons, and he went. He got his own table. Got his son got a table. This is all full circle. Take away all the jokes and everything, but now keep the jokes in there because the jokes is part of the love. If you don't see me doing this type of interview with somebody else, it's because I don't feel the same way about that person. Real shit. I mean, it's just what it is. This is family right here. But we gotta look out for each other because that's all we got. I lost a friend of mine yesterday. A girl I went to school with. Shout out to Jennifer Bobo Miller. Rest in peace. And shout out to Mr. Ford who passed away. He's one of my OGs, passed away. I went to his wake like 2 days ago. There's too much death around us, man. We gotta look out for each other because I might not be here tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So we just gotta make sure each other's straight. So until next time. Oh, and please watch Collections and Black People. I gotta get these YouTube joints up, man. I gotta get people to see them so that I can keep providing this content. And if there's anything that you want me to talk about next week, I'm sure the Black Comic Lords will provide a space on their page saying, what do you want Phill to talk about next week as well? Because remember, I'm giving away stuff, but I ain't giving away nothing if those numbers don't go up. So until next time, we love y'all. Peace.